ready to sell your home, then you need to get ready to show your home. And when you're putting your house on the market, you want to make sure that buyers are going to walk in, they're going to fall in love with it. That is how you're going to get an offer quickly and hopefully a really strong offer that's going to make you the most amount of money. But that requires a little bit of prep work on your part. So today we're going to give you 7 things to do before you put your house on the market to make sure that buyers walk in and fall in love. So tip number 1 is you have to declutter your house. Let's just face it, when we live in our houses for a long time, we accumulate a lot of stuff. It piles up on our counters or in the corners of that bedroom. And so before you list your home, I know this sounds like something that would not have any bearing on how much your home is actually worth, but trust me, it does. Buyers have a really high expectation when a house is on the market. They want to walk in and they want it to be pristine and beautiful. They do not want to see your stacks of books in the corner or all your cords and wires hanging out behind your computer. You want to declutter your house. So first of all, start with your countertops. Go through your kitchen, go through your bathrooms, your nightstands, the tops of your dressers. Take off as much stuff as you can. If you notice, go to a model home in your area. I always suggest that to sellers. You will notice those builders do not have a lot of things out cluttered all over their decorations, their nightstands, things like that. It is very minimal. 1 or 2 things on top of a nightstand or a dresser. We want to get as much junk out of the house so the house looks cleaner, first of all. Also makes your space look more open. And also it just makes buyers come in and feel like this is a place they want to call home. It's simple, it costs no money, but it's so important. You have to do this before you hit the market. Now the second thing is you want to make any cosmetic repairs. Now notice I said cosmetic. We're not talking about things behind the walls, but anything that a buyer is going to see when they walk through your house. Put yourself in the shoes of the buyer. They walk in, they might spend anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes walking through your house, and then they're going to leave and they're going to go on to the next one. So walk through your home. If there are things that are really visible, cracks in the paint, things that need to be repaired, maybe you have a cabinet door that's chipped or is falling off a little bit, things that they're going to easily see when they walk through the house, those are the things we recommend you go ahead and fix. We don't want to fix things that are unnecessary, but cosmetic things, things that are visible to buyers, you do want to go ahead and do that. Buyers walk in expecting to see a great house, and it's funny, every little thing they see that isn't perfect in their mind, it takes a little bit of money off the price. So it's worth you spending a little bit of time and money to fix all those little cosmetic things before you hit the market. It's going to help you get a stronger offer. The next one is you want to make your house appear as bright as possible. So I love this one because, again, it doesn't cost hardly any money, but go through, clean all of your windows. If you have blinds, you want to keep them open. If you have really dark curtains, you might want to consider taking those down. Buyers love natural light, so you want to make sure your home has as much light as possible. Now, when it comes to the not natural light, that's your light bulbs. Make sure that you have, first of all, working light bulbs. If you have bulbs that are burned out in certain rooms, get those replaced, but also make sure that they are nice, bright, warm light bulbs. I have a lot of clients who have the energy efficient ones, and yeah, I get it. They save you some money on your electric bill, but they don't give off the most light. The house can seem really dark sometimes. So it's worth spending that little bit of money at the hardware store. Go stock up on light bulbs and make sure that your windows are clean, a lot of light gets in, and those light bulbs are nice and bright. Okay, the next one is a big one. You have to do this. You have to deep clean your house before you go on the market. Not a normal clean like you would do on a normal weekly basis. This has to be every baseboard is wiped down, the dust is knocked out of every corner in your house. You want to do a deep clean. I have worked with buyers, tons of buyers over the years, and we will be walking through a home that is in really good shape, maybe it's staged well, and they will look up and notice that the blades on the fan have a lot of dust on them, or the air returns are really dirty, and they'll go, ugh, this house is kind of gross. If they're saying your house is kind of gross, they are not going to pay you top dollar for it. So hire a professional cleaner, tell them you need a deep clean, and have them come in and scrub that house from top to bottom. I promise a gross house is not going to sell fast. Now this next one might not be necessary for you, and it does cost some money, but if you need it, it is worth investing the money to do it, and that is paint. It is amazing what a fresh coat of paint can do. It can literally make a house look brand new. So take a good hard look around at your walls. When you live in a house for a long time, there are scuff marks. Sometimes if you have kids, there's marks on the walls. If you have pets, they just get dinged up and dirty over the years. So take a good hard look at it. And if you need it, it is worth investing the money in paint. I always say, even though this costs money, your return on investment is huge on this one, because when they walk in and all the walls are freshly freshly painted, it has that clean new paint smell, then they think, oh my gosh, this house is beautiful. I love it. And it lets them know they're not going to have to come in and do touch-up work or try to make the house look better. That's really important. Buyers don't want to have to do work. We want to do that work for them ahead of time, and then we're going to get the money back in our sales price, the money that we invest into it. So look at your walls, look at your cabinets, take a look all over, and if you need paint, it's worth hiring somebody to come out and do it. One more thing on the painting, buyers love neutral colors. If you have really bold colors in your home, you seriously might want to consider neutralizing those colors before you put it on the market. You might love your red dining room, but not very many people are going to come in and also love that red dining room. They really want a blank canvas. There's a reason, again, when you go see builders, they don't have really dark or bold colors in their homes. It's always a nice neutral beige, a nice neutral gray, maybe a white. So if you do have really dark colors, I would recommend that you paint over that and get the house nice and neutral. The next thing is staging. Again, this may be something you need, it may not be something you need, but statistics show us that staged homes sell for more. I'm telling you guys, buyers watch HGTV and they just really expect these houses to look like model homes when they walk into them. So staging can be two things. First of all, we have a stager on our team that walks through, and sometimes it might be as little as telling you, hey, you have too many chairs in your living room. Let's take out these 2 chairs and move the couch over here so the room looks bigger. Let's declutter, and maybe we bring in a few small staging items to help spruce it up. If you have a vacant home, bringing in a full set of furniture that's full staging can also help it show really well. But I am with buyers all the time. We can tell such a difference when we walk into a home that has been professionally staged. Again, that might cost money, but totally worth it. You will get your money back. I would recommend reaching out to a realtor, having them come take a look at what you have currently in your home, see what works and what doesn't, and if you need to bring any staging furniture in. And number 7, here is my last tip for you. You don't need to get a home inspection before you go on the market. I get asked this question all the time. Here's the facts. If you have an inspection done, you're going to find some things that are wrong, because every house has things that are wrong. You're going to spend some money fixing it, and then a buyer is going to come in, and those repairs mean nothing to them. That's how the house already came when they first walked in. So it doesn't really have any value to them that you fix things ahead of time. Then that buyer is going to have their own inspection done. There are still going to be things on that report unless you have fixed everything possible in your home. And that buyer is going to ask you for more repairs. So I usually say, just hold off. Let's wait, let the buyer get their inspection done, and then let the buyer ask us for the things that are most important to them. Now, obviously, if you have something major wrong with your home that you're aware of, there's a leak in the roof, your AC is not working, go ahead and take care of those things. But it is not worth you spending the money to have an inspection done just so an inspector can tell you that the pan under your water heater upstairs is rusted. That's not going to be of value to a buyer. They're going to come in, do their inspections, and ask for repairs anyway. And if you don't complete repairs for them because you tell them you already fixed things, they're going to feel kind of gypped, like they didn't get anything in the deal. A negotiation is a give and take. And so I always recommend wait, don't do an inspection before you hit the market, and then just mentally be prepared for the fact that you're going to have to fix a few things after that buyer has their inspection done. So those are my top 7 tips if you're getting your house ready to put on the market. Just a couple of other pieces of advice. I would highly recommend you consult with a realtor to come walk through your home before you go spend money fixing things. There are certain things that are worth value to a buyer that are going to help your home sell for more, like maybe remodeling a kitchen. And then there are some things that buyers are not going to pay you more for, like maybe you just replaced the water heater. We don't want you to spend money on repairs that you're not going to get a return on right before you're about to sell this house. So it's always good to have a professional over. The last one is smells. If you have pets or there are things in your home that maybe you have just kind of gone nose blind to, you're so used to it, when a buyer walks into your house, if it has a bad odor, that instantly sets things off on the wrong foot. So be very mindful of that. Maybe ask somebody to come in who doesn't live in your house to walk in, tell you if they smell anything. It's okay to put out candles and plug-ins, but you don't want to have a scent that's so strong that it's clear that you're trying to cover something up. So we want the home when they walk in to smell nice and pleasant and clean. So just be mindful if you have any odors that might be there that need to be taken care of. So that's it. If you are in our area, which is around Katy, Texas, we are happy to come walk through your house anytime, free of charge, just to let you know what we're seeing and what we would recommend that you do if you're thinking of selling your home. We are out in the field with buyers all the time. We literally hear their direct feedback as we're walking through homes with them. So we have learned over the years what things really matter to them, what things get them really excited, and what things really turn them off. Tap into our expertise. You don't have to figure this out on your own. Let us come do a walkthrough and we will gladly tell you what things you might want to take care of before you list your house if you're considering selling. As always, we're happy to help you. Just feel free to reach out.